Peru's a fantastic mining jurisdiction. We've got a fantastic project. We believe we're significantly undervalued as well. So our shareholders can expect to see a lot of news over this next 6-12 months as this drilling develops and we put results out to the market.
Hello to viewers tuning in to Assay TV. We're speaking with Tinka Resources again and gaining an insight on their zinc project in central Peru. And I'm pleased to be speaking with Graham Carman, CEO of the company. Graham, a warm welcome.
Hi, Adam. Nice to see you. Thank you very much.
Good to be catching up with you again, all about Tinka's projects. But first, the real news is actually around some strategic investment that you've managed to close off. It's really impactful in a number of ways, not just the capital, but also who's investing. Could you take us through that?
Sure. So we've just closed an $11 million Canadian financing with our two strategic investors, Nexa Resources and Buenaventura, both major mining companies, major players in Latin America. Nexa is the largest zinc producer in Latin America, with several mines in Peru and Brazil and refineries, zinc refineries. Buenaventura is the largest Peruvian independent miner, precious metals, base metals miner. They provided this investment, equity investment at a 50% premium to the share price, a huge endorsement for the company, for the project, the management team, but also Peru. It really shows long-term planning and positivity towards not only our project but also Peru.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're strategic in the sense that these are major mining companies familiar with these commodities, these metals. Is there some leverage that they can bring to bear that you can leverage the expertise?
Well, absolutely. Both of these companies happen to have the mines closest to us. Buenaventura is one of silver mines 20 kilometers away to our west.
Perfect.
Next is 30 or 40 kilometers to our southeast. Potentially there's some shared infrastructure, roads, those sorts of things. They're both at a similar level. They're both now at kind of 19% more or less level. Some competitive tension is always good.
Yeah, certainly. It's an interesting period and good to see sort of the larger majors putting into the junior tier at this stage in the market cycle. So fantastic news then, but let's move on to sort of what this capital raise will do for you. You've got the capital. How are you going to put this to work at Ayawilca, presumably the flagship asset? That's where it's going to go. Talk us through the work program there.
Correct. So in 2021, we put out a preliminary economic assessment. We showed that Ayawilca, which is our flagship project in central Peru, has the potential to be a top 10 global zinc producer. So we're going to, with that background, we're going to be investing the money in the ground, drilling on exploration, expanding the resources. The resources are open in lots of directions, plus also improving the confidence in the resources. There was quite a large inferred resource component.
Right. We
want to get our high-grade inferred resources into measured indicated, expand the resources and just de-risk the project. So that's what we're going to be doing. There's a 10,000 meter drill program about to commence. We're going to be busy, lots of news flow this year. And the other thing we're going to look at, Adam, is the tin. We've been talking about this for quite a long time. The core of the deposit has a tin zone in the central part of the zinc's kind of around it. There's a tin zone in the middle. We're working hard on the metallurgy of the tin zone. We think there could be some big surprises there in terms of upside. So we're going to be working on that as well. But the focus principally is drilling on the zinc and then doing metallurgy on the tin.
Yeah, essential and really critical minerals for this energy transition at the moment.
Totally, really hugely important. Ayawilca is one of the largest undeveloped zinc resources already in the planet, certainly in the junior space. And on the tin side, there's very few deposits around the world. I mean, you virtually put them on one or two hands at most, type thing. So Peru's a fantastic mining jurisdiction. We've got a fantastic project. We believe we're significantly undervalued as well. So our shareholders can expect to see a lot of news over this next 6-12 months as this drilling develops and we put results out to the market.
Yeah, very much so. And do you have any sort of firm dates or key milestones while you've got the tin element going on, and also the refining that resource at Ayawilca? Do you have some sort of, are you waiting for results back from the labs? How are you gonna, what are the deadlines that people can watch out for?
Well, the drilling we'd expect to start in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We would expect to have the first results out sometime in July. We don't expect big delays in the laboratories really down here. We'll be drilling through to at least the end of December, possibly into early next year. A resource update, early next year, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Certainly. And how you mentioned the environment, and obviously Peru's, very mineral rich region. It's a good environment for mining projects. But how does it work on the ground there? What are your community relations? We did the Cape Town conference recently, and one of the feedbacks for explorers was this pressing need for the ESG piece. It comes earlier into play for juniors in this cycle. What are some of the things that you guys are doing on the ground there?
Well, we're working very closely with our communities, and we've just recently acquired additional access agreements with the communities. We'll be fully permitted and ready to go for the next period of 2 to 3 years. We put a lot of effort into our community relations activities. We have long-term sustainable development programs. We invest in education. We invest in water projects, fostering of animals, looking after the kids and the schools and so on and so forth. Football's big down here, so we try to get involved with the local football teams.
Yeah.
We do what we can do. We fully appreciate that the local communities own the land. They don't own the mineral rights, but they certainly own the surface rights. So we want this to be a win-win. We have a lot of contributions to make to the people in terms of the opportunities for work and development and education skills. So it's an exciting time, not only for us, but also for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good. Okay, well, so top things for the investors to be watching for this year are those drill results coming through, then some more definition on the tin element of the resource that could really change actually the optionality, I suppose, here, just to sum up for investors.
No, absolutely. There's a lot of upside there. We've also got an early stage copper project on the adjacent properties, which we're slowly working up. So I suggest the investors just keep an eye out on that one. That's also provides some upside within Tinka, 100% owned asset, and we're going to be gradually just sort of working that up to drilling that hopefully in early 2023.
Yep, fantastic. Okay, well, great stuff, Graham. Really good to get an insight there and an update on the financing. Seems like you're geared up, ready to go. And now it's just a very impactful summer that we hope you have. Then catch up on how that drilling's gone later in the year.
Look forward to catching up. Thanks a lot, Adam. Talk to you soon.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.